What's up, guys? Prep for Life. This is a very long overdue review video. I had been putting it off because there was always stuff in it. I've always been busy, but I have had a few changes, and I'll go into the video. So I actually don't need this backpack anymore. I haven't decided if I'm going to get rid of it or if I'm going to keep it, but for now, I'm going to go over this 511 Covrt 18, I think is what it's called. So I'm going to go ahead and start off the video with, if you're looking for information on dimensions, cubic inches, anything like that, wrong video. I don't go into all that kind of stuff. I usually just go into what my thoughts on the bag, not really so much the specifications, but what I used it for, what I thought was good, what I thought was bad, and you know, take it or leave it. It's up to y'all. But let's get started. So I actually received this backpack in a trade. This was a pack that I got from a gentleman off of EDC forums in a trade, and I had a knife that I wasn't using, and so we just actually made an even trade. So I'll go ahead and start out with the uses for this pack. As you can tell, I'm just going to sit next to it on the couch here in my man cave. As you can tell, it looks like your typical, you know, I kind of call it like the IT guy's backpack. You know, you always see the IT guys running around, and they have like a Swiss Army bag or whatever they are that they sell at Office Depot. Very plain, you know, very just whatever bags, but versatile, organized. And that's what this bag is. This is a bag if you want to be low profile, non-tactical, but you want to be organized. And my previous profession, my last day was actually on Saturday. I worked in emergency administration for an emergency room at a local hospital. So I carried this backpack because I wore slacks and a button down and sometimes a suit to work every day. So wearing a tactical backpack like a Falcon by Maxpedition or a Rush 24 or a Rush 12 or whatever, that really wasn't the style that I was trying to go for. I was trying to keep everything you know, low profile yet organized. Sorry if the camera's moving, my dog is deciding to come in. Go. So basically this was the backpack that I was using to try to stay as low profile as possible. So this bag is a pretty good size. We'll just go over some of the outside features. It does have two good size mesh pockets. I don't think they're quite big enough for a Nalgene. I haven't tried, but I know you can fit two monsters then side by side. I do know that for a fact. At the hospital, I got a huge discount. They were like less than $1 a piece, which is crazy for a monster rehab. So I used to stock up on them. So we've got these two big mesh pockets. Very low profile front, but yet, you know, you still have got some webbing here where you can hook a carabiner or whatever you want to put on there. On the outside, two straps. We're going to go over these pockets in a second when we get to accessories. These don't come with the bag. These are optional. So I'll cover those in just a second. But as you can tell, I mean, it just looks like a very low profile bag. Lots of pockets though, which is what I'm very big on. You know, I have a couple of different backpacks, Mountain Hardwear, North Face, Kelty, you know, your typical backpacks. The problem is that they only have a few pockets, and then the rest of the pack is designed to stick your books or laptops or whatever in. But I need tons of organization, not just one pocket. So this backpack's actually great. So on the front here you have two pockets, one here, which only goes to where my finger is here, but on the other side it goes further and it actually comes all the way to here. So the front one is just the width of this piece, but then the back one here goes all the way to the side. It's a little bit larger. I used to just throw some my Windows RT tablet charger and my cell phone charger and stuff in there. But it's you know, about a half hand on the first one and a full hand on the other one. So it's pretty good size, and I do wear extra large gloves for reference there. This front piece here, this was where my big disappointment came when it came to this bag. You know, I know this backpack here is supposed to be used for like covert ops or whatever, blah blah blah, and that would probably be possible, except the fact that this bag is so widely advertised, I could spot this thing anywhere. So if somebody was trying to be covert about it, people who know 511 know this bag, and it's easily spotted. So it's not really all that covert. But anyways, you're supposed to be able to put like a patch here that says police, DEA, whatever. You know, I don't need patches, but then they've got some Mollis webbing here for other stuff. But what you're supposed to be able to do is roll this up and then take these little loops and hook them here, and it holds that in place. But then the problem is then now you can't use these two front pockets because you're rolling it up to see the patch, and it was just a bad, to me, that particular piece right there was just a bad design. Now how I overcame this, because I really would have preferred some organization, like pens, like notepads, pens, markers, whatever, like an admin pocket. But they didn't have that. So what I did is I actually bought a Maxpedition admin organizer, and I just threw it on here and just kind of used it as I needed it. But since I'm not using this pack, I actually took it out and put it in a different backpack. So instead of having it here where it should have been, they stuck it here in this little tiny pocket. It holds a couple of pens and like one notepad. Not very big. I mean, it's a pretty pathetic admin organizer for an everyday bag. Now given, this isn't meant to be an EDC backpack really. It's supposed to be like a covert ops bag, but realistically, I think more people use it as an EDC bag or a normal backpack than for covert ops. So I really wish that they had the admin organizer here. But that's easily overcome if you have access to any Maxpedition or Voodoo Tactical or whatever gear that you want to put in here. So, pretty bunch of pockets here, lots of organization. One other thing that I did, which I wish I had my backpack with me because I'd be able to show you, is I keep everything organized in those little pen pouches that you get for teenagers to take to school. Not the big ones that clip into binders, but they're just tubular shaped. And you can throw pens and stuff in there, and that's where I carry most of my stuff to keep it organized in this bag. So I went over the admin pocket, the little pathetic thing. The big pocket here, unhook these cinch straps. This guy opens up pretty wide. That is pretty nice. And it has two more pockets for organization. So this is where 511 gets it right. And other tactical companies, but I wish companies would come out with more low-profile bags with tons of organization like this. You know, because I worked in EMS for a long time, sometimes I would have to stay longer than my normal 13-hour shift. You know, pulling a 16 or a 24, we could get mandated, so we'd have to stay. So what I used to do is keep hygiene, toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, little bottle of shampoo, some nail clippers, and then my first aid stuff down here. But it allowed me to keep it with me organized. So I really do love these pockets on the 511. Now, the biggest hit that I have for this bag is this. I don't know if you can tell, but this pocket is actually up here. Now, it's really awesome because you can throw your sunglasses. If you have, I keep my my Bose headphones, just the in-ear headphones, not the full size. But when you have this thing full of stuff, it's next to impossible to get your laptop out, especially if you have a large laptop that comes up behind this pocket. So if your laptop, if you have like a 15 or 17 inch like I do, if you have a 17 inch, don't even think about it. Don't even use this pocket if you want to be able to get to it. But if you have like a tablet, or if you want to stick anything, actually, I have one of my tablets here. This is my Surface. It's not very big, but to get it in, you have to cock it at a hard angle and slide it in. But then, you see, this kind of covers it up. So if this is full, you kind of have to like pry your tablet out and then slide it out here, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. And that's really my only knock to this bag, other than the admin pouch, is this right here. It just needs to be a little bit smaller and sewn to the back side. That way it doesn't come out and become loose like this, where it blocks your access to the stuff inside the bag. So this bag's pretty deep. It's very nice that you can lay it almost on its side and organize your stuff in it if you want. I carry lots of binders and paperwork home sometimes, so I don't need to lay it out that far. I just usually just keep it half zipped and tuck everything in like a normal person. So, you know, pretty good size, big space. Once again, sunglasses pocket up here, or your electronics pocket, very soft pocket. Double zip, which is actually kind of cool because you can access it from either side. Every pocket here has multiple zippers to it, except these two right here on the front. So that's a pretty cool little feature. Now, this is where this bag really gets its name. It's Covrt. And that is this side pocket. This is the concealment pocket. So it opens up to a concealment. I have I have an additional holster in here. This is not also an add-on. This doesn't come with the bag, but it just comes with Velcro in here, and you can Velcro in one of those little loop holsters and throw in there. You can get this full size. I mean, it's actually really nice because I fit my H&K USP in there with multiple mags, no problem. Works like a champ. And realistically, this is why I bought this bag, because I wanted to be able to conceal carry wherever I was, yet have nobody know what was in there. Now, I had my own office, so I didn't have to worry about people going through my stuff. But in the event that somebody did go through my stuff, it was a lot less likely that they would find this pocket. You know, most bags just start from front to back, not normally on the side. So it was a really cool concealment area, and actually that holster that's in there, you know, it's kind of nice because even if somebody does open it slightly and this is closed, you really can't tell what's in there until you open it up also. So it won't keep somebody from getting to it, but it's kind of a deterrent. If somebody's going through your stuff and they accidentally come across it, they probably won't realize what it is. Back here, this is just another little pocket. You can put a water bladder or whatever you want in here. Has a little opening here for your tube. You can also remove there's a piece of plastic here, which isn't mandatory in all my backpacks, just because binders and stuff will poke through if this piece of plastic isn't here, the support, and they'll poke you in the back, and that shit drives me nuts. But it is removable, so that is kind of nice. Other than that, that's pretty much it. What I'll talk about now are just some of the accessories, and there's very few accessories, and actually you've seen all of them. These are just little electronics pouches that sit on here, but they go on by sliding up and down this little strap. It's kind of nice though, because it doesn't really look, I mean, obviously if you look closely you'd realize that this comes off, but it kind of looks like it's just part of the bag. And it doesn't move, it's very secure. And what I used to keep in them is I would keep, I have a waterproof camera around here somewhere that I always kept with me at all times. And then with the cable, the charging cable, and then on this side I used to keep the Goal Zero rechargeable battery pack. It was just a little battery pack that held 4 rechargeable AA's that you could plug your phone in or your camera or whatever and recharge it, which was really nice. So that's what I used to keep in here, and they are very handy. I think they're about 20 bucks a piece, and then the backpack itself I think retails for $130 or $140, and then I think the holster that's in here retails for roughly like 40 bucks or something. I'm not really sure, but anyways, it does hold I wouldn't say a full size. I would say a compact, like a Glock. My Glock 23, my Glock 19, my H&K. Almost every gun I've had except a full size, like my Glock 17 wouldn't fit in here, but every other gun, any compact will fit in here, no problem. And then there's also a front zipper here with a double mag pouch, so you can fit 2 mags. And yes, you can fit the gun and 2 fully loaded double stacked mags in here. And I have done that, and that's how I normally carry it. So total, this bag is kind of pricey, but unfortunately that's just kind of how 511 is. It's great quality. I carried this thing every day for a year, and you can't even tell. I mean, it's a little dirty because I've got a dog who doesn't frickin' stop shedding. But once I vacuum it and I roll it, it'll look brand new. So I'm actually going to sell this guy just because I don't really need it anymore. I've changed employers, and this employer, my new job will actually be with the police department, so I can carry kind of whatever I want there. So I had a buddy who gave me a Rush 24 that he wasn't using, so that's what I'm going to start using now. But anyways, this guy's going to get sold, but I figured I would just show y'all an HD review, or overview, I don't know really what you want to call it, but overall this pack is great. It does its job, and the biggest issue is the admin pocket, but you know, the fact that you get a concealment area. By the way, I forgot to mention that that's actually accessible from both sides. So no matter if you're lefty or righty, that zipper's on both sides and you can access it, which is great also. But the fact that it comes with a place to hold your pistol dedicated, yet still be covert like this, to me, I haven't found another bag that can do that. That is as low profile as this. I hate malice webbing and all that. I think it's completely useless on a lot of bags. And even the Rush 24 I'm going to be carrying, it's like covered from top to bottom, and it's like, I don't need that much. Maybe a couple on the front, a couple on the side. That's it. So to have a bag like this that doesn't have any, perfect. So this is the Covrt 18. I really enjoy this pack. I think it's a great pack. I think it would be a great investment for anybody who's interested. Be prepared if you want this setup like I have it to shell out almost $200 or more. Depending on where you get it, you could probably get it for less, and I'm sure you could get one used. But I mean, they last, they hold up really well, they don't show wear. It's been a great backpack, and I've really enjoyed it. So thanks for watching this vid, guys. I've got a few others that I'm going to try to crank out today. If you have any questions or comments, or if you're in the USA and interested in a Covrt 18 pack, let me know. This probably won't be up for sale for very long, but if you're interested, first person to say I'll take it and PM me with some PayPal info, I'll get it out to you. So I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching, guys.